Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Carolina Panthers Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram, coming at you once again here on the U to the Tube. So, preseason's over. Next main objective is to get to the 53-man roster. And right now on ESPN.com, we've already got a David Newton prediction of what the 53-man roster will look like. So, figured I'd take some time to go over it and kind of give my take on it as far as to whether I agree with his decisions or disagree, and kind of give my insight, just my 2 cents. So, I'll do this. I'll do this video, and then when they release the official 53-man roster, I'll do another video going over the finalized roster. But anyway, let's get started. And like I said, I'll put the link in the description box so y'all can check it out and see for yourselves and let me know what you think. Okay, starting off with quarterback. His prediction, all three: Sam Darnold, PJ Walker, Will Grier. Do I agree? Yes, I fully agree. Sam Darnold is the man. He's the starter. I mean, a lot of people like it. A lot of people don't like it, but we need to accept it. We need to accept it and try to be positive about it and hope that it works out. PJ Walker, I mean, have a good handful of PJ Walker fans, so I'm not surprised that he made the roster. That he would make the roster. Will Grier, it's like I said in the previous video. Do I feel like he's earned his spot to stay? Do I think he deserves to stay? Yeah. Because I feel like 2 out of the 3 preseason games, he has played well enough. I feel like he deserves to stay. But I can understand if he doesn't make the cut. But do I believe he deserves to stay? Yes. He might not be Sam Darnold's backup, but he deserves to stay. That's just in my opinion. Those last 2 games, he didn't turn the ball over. He finally got a touchdown. It wasn't a passing touchdown, but he looked really good on that touchdown run. That 24-yarder, he looked really good. And like I said, took care of the ball and just did not really give me any reasons to cut him. So I agree with this. I think keeping all 3, I could see that. Okay, running backs. So Christian McCaffrey, Chuba Hubbard, Spencer Brown, Trenton Cannon. Yeah, I can definitely agree with this. Chuba Hubbard, I think it's a landslide that he will be the one to back up Christian McCaffrey. I really, really, really want to see Reggie Bonifant, but I think he's another case where his health just did him in. So I don't think we're going to see Reggie Bonifant. As much as I would love to see him, I don't think we're going to see him. And it sucks because I like the guy. When he has played, he has looked great, but has not been able to stay healthy. So it's unfortunate. Spencer Brown, he had a nice touchdown run. And yeah, he had a nice touchdown run. And Trenton Cannon, you got a combo in Trenton Cannon, because you got somebody that can run out of the backfield, and you got somebody that can work in the special teams as a returner. But yeah, this is a good 4. This is definitely a good 4. But yeah, that's those are the running backs that they predicted. Wide receivers. Okay, this is going to get interesting. His prediction is DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Terrace Marshall Jr., David Moore, Brandon Zylstra, Shi Smith. I think they need to swap. I would swap out Brandon Zylstra for CJ Saunders. I would like to kind of also maybe consider fitting Keith Kirkwood in, but health is another question for him. But I wouldn't keep Zylstra. In all honesty, I wouldn't keep Zylstra. I would replace him with CJ Saunders. But I mean, the others are pretty much, I feel, are pretty much given. DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Terrace Marshall Jr., David Moore, Shi Smith. I think those are given. And I hope Shi Smith will be okay. I'm still looking forward to what his injury report is to see how serious or not his injury was. But I honestly feel like CJ Saunders should make it. Whether he's just mainly special teams returner, I'm cool with that. But I think CJ Saunders, I would like to see him make it. For tight ends, they have four. He's predicting four. Dan Arnold, Ian Thomas, Tommy Tremble, Colin Thompson. Dan Arnold and Tommy Tremble, I feel, are definitely, I think they're locked in. Ian Thomas, only because experience with the team, but Ian Thomas is still one that's pretty much in that, you're gonna need to step up and do something, or else he's not gonna be there much longer. And Colin Thompson, he got a touchdown last year from PJ Walker. That's all I can really say. Yeah, that's all I can really say. Okay, offensive line. So Mr. Newton predicts Taylor Moton, Cameron Irving, Trent Scott, Brady Christensen, Pat Elflein, John Miller, Dennis Daly, Deontay Brown, and Matt Paradis. I mean, yeah. That I guess that seems pretty accurate. It's just the main thing is going to come down to Cameron Irving, what his health is going to look like. Because we had released Greg Little because he couldn't stay healthy. Brady Christensen, so far, hasn't given up a sack. Now, a lot of people I know are talking a lot of trash about how we didn't draft offensive line and such and such. Brady Christensen hasn't given up a sack. Not only that, he's played against some ones this preseason, and he hasn't given up a sack. So, keep that in mind. I get it, but keep that in mind. He has not given up a sack. So, just saying. Just saying. They had Sam Tecklenburg play some center, but I don't know. He'll probably back up Matt Paradis, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. But I mean that O line prediction looks pretty accurate, I would think. All right, let's go defensive end. Mr. David Newton's predicting Brian Burns, Morgan Fox, YGM, Marquise Hayes, and Christian Miller. Yeah, for the most part, I think that's accurate. I definitely think that's accurate. Christian Miller, I can understand he says the biggest question is whether Christian Miller makes the cut. You gotta remember he opted out last season. So, we'll see. He could or maybe not make the cut. I don't think we saw a lot of action from him. I could be wrong, but yeah, I would agree with this list. I don't have a problem with this list. All right, defensive tackle. Derek Brown, Daquan Jones, Bravion Roy, Davion Nixon. Yeah, I think those are by default. I think they'll make the team by default. I can't really complain there. Can't really complain there. Linebacker. Shaq Thompson, Hassan Reddick, Jermaine Carter Jr., Frankie Louvu, Julian Stanford. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. I don't know how much Patty Fisher and Clay Johnston really make a case for themselves, but Frankie Louvu has been great, and Jermaine Carter Jr. He's going to be embracing that starting middle linebacker role. Hassan Reddick's been looking good. You know, he got a pick during the preseason. But, you know, the main thing that was in question was Denzel Perryman, but couldn't stay healthy, so we sent him to Las Vegas. But yeah, this is a pretty, I think this is a pretty accurate prediction. All right. Cornerbacks. They got J.C. Horn, Dante Jackson, Rashawn Melvin, A.J. Bouye, Keith Taylor, Stanley Thomas Oliver III. Yes, STO. I really hope he makes it. I think we can look forward to seeing a lot of things in the future for him. These other names make sense. They definitely make sense. Unfortunately, Troy Pride Jr. wasn't on this list, and I'm thinking he probably is not going to make this list. You know, it's unfortunate the way that he went down, but Troy Pride Jr. hasn't really been working out for Carolina. So, yeah. And also keep in mind, remember, A.J. Bouye is not going to be able to play the first 2 games of the regular season. So, keep that in mind. Maybe STO the third, or maybe even probably Rashawn Melvin will definitely get their opportunities, but we'll see. But we have no AJ Bouye that first those first 2 games. Safety. The prediction here is Jeremy Chin, Justin Burris, Kenny Robinson, Sam Franklin. You know, Sean Chandler might make it. I mean, he was confirmed as the one that did the peanut punch to force one of the fumbles and the 3 turnovers in the Steelers game. So I don't know. He might sneak on and be on special teams, but I think Sean Chandler could potentially make it. I think he might make it. But that's an understandable 4. Chin, Burris, Robinson, who also got a pick during this preseason, and Sam Franklin. So, I mean, I think that's still a solid group. Hopefully. I mean, with Kenny Robinson having some good plays and Sean Chandler, you know, I hope maybe he can sneak in. And then specialists, place kicker, Ryan Santoso, punter, Joseph Charlton, long snapper, J.J. Jansen. So, I guess Thomas Fletcher, the long snapper we drafted, I guess that's not going to be a thing. But, I mean, who knows? I mean, they did sign him. We signed all our rookies, so I mean, who knows? Maybe he'll be on the practice squad or something like that. But yeah, and it looks like this looks accurate because I think, unfortunately, Joey Sly is going to lose his job, and they didn't even bring in Dominic Eberle, and he didn't play a game, so he got cut quick. But yeah. So this is David Newton. This is his prediction for the projected 53-man roster. I think it's pretty accurate. Overall, I think it's pretty accurate. But we shall find out either Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. But anyway, let me know what y'all's thoughts are. Let me know if y'all what do y'all think about his prediction. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description. But let me know what y'all think about his predictions. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you for watching. This is Blitzball champ Jason Ingram with another Carolina Panthers talk. Hope everybody has a blessed weekend. Peace.